What is going on, Charles Botenston? So today, sorry ladies, we're gonna be talking to the guys. Maybe I should have a video for the girls, but my YouTube channel I think is 70% guys, 30% girls. Girls, I love you. Maybe have your boyfriend, or if you're a guy and you're into guys, have your boyfriend or husband watch this. But essentially, this is really for guys that are maybe 25 and younger. Why do I say 25 and younger? Because once you reach 25, you really start diverging from your friends. It didn't start at 25. It started when you graduated college. But when you graduate college, if you went to college, doesn't really matter, I don't care. But at age 22, you start getting a little bit more responsibility financially, with your health, with where you're living, your job. Responsibility compounded over about 3 years. You start diverging from your friends. You start actually saying, actually, I agree with that person on their health choices, their wealth choices, their job choices, and you start blah, blah, blah. Okay? But by the way, it doesn't matter if you're over 25. I'm over 25 and I heard this, and I think it was something Peterson, Jordan Peterson, I think is his name. I don't know, but I discovered him on the internet because he had some really good videos. I think he's political, but I don't know, maybe he is. But he brought up young men want responsibility. Young men, they thrive on responsibility. They desire responsibility. That's what young men want. Give them the responsibility to do what they want. In other words, give them the job of, here's the job, here's the creation that we want, here's the criteria within you do that, now go to work, okay? Men are creators. Creators as in they create things. They want to sculpt, they want to mold, they want to do things. That's what they are. They're freedom of expression, okay? They like building houses, building Lego sets, seeing how things work, asking those questions. The thing is, we're not giving young men responsibility anymore. We're taking away responsibility, okay? So what do I mean by that? Responsibility could be the smallest thing, which is make your bed every single day. That's responsibility, okay? If you make your bed every single day, there's a success. At least you're coming home. If you had the shittiest day in the world, you're coming home to a nice, clean, made bed, okay? Responsibility from there. What responsibility are you passing to someone else? Are you giving to someone else? Are you not taking responsibility? That could be to your wife, to your girlfriend, to your boyfriend, to your job, to your boss, to your body, to your health. What responsibility are you passing on to other people? You have to look at all the forefathers that came before you so you can live the life that you have today. All of the inventors, all of the hunters, all of the soldiers, all of the entrepreneurs, everyone that came before you, all these men that came before you, and you're gonna sit there and you're gonna complain about your like count, your subscriber count, your friend count, your bank account. Bro, you have it so easy, okay? This is a motivational plus ass-kicking video. People always ask all the time, is that too much? I'm like, no. Give me more responsibility. Let me handle the transaction. So I run a real estate company here in New York City. Within a transaction within New York City, it's totally different than the rest of the world, or at least I could say the United States. In New York City, you have a condo or a co-op. Okay, a condo and a co-op is a building. We don't have houses. We have townhouses, but those go for 15, 20, up to 100 and more million. That's the thing, is that when you buy an apartment, you buy into a condo or co-op. Within that, you have probably 4 attorneys. You have a buyer, you have a seller, so that's 6 already. You have 2 brokers, then you have the management company, then you have the co-op board. So you have about 10 people, okay? Who's running that ship? The broker, okay? So when I give responsibility to someone, say, you have this transaction, say it's a new agent, I say, you have this transaction, you have this client, and they don't reply, or they don't respond, or they're not up to the way that they should be, that's their responsibility. But I'm giving them the responsibility to do what they need to do in that transaction. And the biggest thing is, for guys like yourself, is when you don't actually take the responsibility, you're not only letting yourself down, but you should look at all the things how challenging it was before you, before the internet, before all the food, when you actually had to raise, you had to live, to breed. You literally had to stay alive to make enough money, to bring home the meat, to bring home the bacon, so your kid and your wife because that's how it was. That was traditional, probably 150 years, all the way until that we were actually born and raised and put on planet Earth, or we were evolution, or whatever you believe. The biggest thing is, guys, take the responsibility. People are depending on you. Don't worry about if you're gonna fail, you're gonna look bad. Is this good enough? Just put out a product that you like. Put out the service. Do the best job you can. Do a shit job. Start though. Start. I was telling my buddy, he's doing a startup, and one of the biggest things that he's been talking about essentially was all these ideas that he has for the startup. I'm like, I wouldn't say his name, but I'm like, amazing ideas. Here's the E word: execution. Execution. Ideas are shit. Your idea, your job, your life is shit without execution. Why? Because you're not actually doing anything. You're taking responsibility, but you're not doing anything. Your responsibility as a man is to find a passion or a path. You stay on that path for maybe 2 decades, 3 decades, and by that time you have influence, you have created, you have done work that has actually contributed to society, okay? Don't let the forefathers down. Take responsibility, young men, okay? Don't sit there, be the victim, make excuses. Well, I was born in this area. Great, you have a cell phone. You can be a filmmaker. You can actually be an artist. You can actually do anything you want with the device that's on the phone, which is on the floor, which is my phone, okay? So don't make an excuse, okay? Nobody cares. No one's listening. And if they are listening, then they're glad it's you and not them, okay? So that's the way that you should be looking at it, is motivation, inspiration, influence, all these things that contribute to you being a male. Take on responsibility, make it happen, execute, do the work. All right, I'm Charles Bodensten signing off. Have an awesome day. Subscribe to the video, come to our seminar, which is below. All those links are below. Talk to you guys soon.